Hey guys, welcome back. This is James King. We are in the new filming room, and I really appreciate. I just want to take a moment before we get into this video, a couple of seconds. Subscribing has really helped. Y'all have helped me build confidence in video making and getting to this point. And we're still a small channel, but we're looking to grow with this new series. And if anything you can do, sharing, liking, subscribing, it really does mean a lot to me. I appreciate it. I'm not making any money from these right now, so I'm just doing them. And I like talking about this stuff. If you met me on the street, I'd give you free advice. But, end of the day, thank you. I want to talk about real estate today. I want to talk about when you should purchase a house. What time of month, literally, what time of month you should purchase a house. So there's something you need to know, whether you're purchasing from a bank, owner financing, whether you're purchasing commercial real estate, residential, a house for yourself, or an investment property. There's a key thing you need to know. And what that is that banks don't count partial months and they skip a month. And what that means is no matter what time in January you purchase a house, your first payment will become due on the 1st of March and late on the 15th, roundabout. Okay? March. Doesn't matter what time in January. Use this to your advantage. And I promise you, banks are going to do what banks are going to do. You need to look out for yourself. So let's say I'm buying an investment property and the closing date's on the 25th. The bank, the agent, nobody will care if you come in and say, 25th doesn't work for me, let's push it back to the 3rd. The 3rd works for me. But what is the benefit of that? For whatever month you're closing, now that you've pushed it back to the 3rd, let's just say it's January, the 3rd of January, your first payment is now March. But by moving it from the 25th and giving yourself a month and 5 days, you've given yourself a month and 26 days, 27 days, 28 days, depending on wherever you fall in that first week. We're renting property. We need as much time as possible to find a tenant. And if you're smart about it, you can also go ahead and basically list the property. I mean, you can basically find tenants before you even purchase it. Now, you can't show the property and you can't sign any contracts, but you can basically have a list of people interested, have that closing date, and just the moment you close, get people in there and list it for renting immediately. And this oftentimes works for me because I'll have it listed 3 weeks ahead of time, 2 weeks ahead of time, once I really know we're going to move forward with this project. So, and I'm going to get into residential in a second, but basically, by having that extra time, you're going to be able to get a prorated first month's rent and then all of next month. So instead of $1,000 or $800, whatever you're renting it for, you'll have $1,700. That's money that doesn't have a mortgage attached to it. So you're getting part of January, all of February, and then March, you have to pay the mortgage, but the tenant's going to pay it for you. So you've got this nest egg sitting in the bank that you didn't do anything for, like you had a paid off house for a month and a half, a month and 3/4. Don't underestimate that, because you have to realize that like $750 you made of prorated rent in January, that's equivalent to 3 months of rent off the profit margin on these residential properties. I mean, with the property tax, homeowner insurance, and mortgage, you might only make a couple $100 from this property. So this is critical. It gives you more time. If you can't rent it, you have now almost 2 months instead of 1 month to find a tenant, which matters. And if you can rent it, you're getting more money. Someone else should pay the mortgage. That's always should be your goal. But there are ways, like this tip, to set yourself up. You have a major repair. Look, that money's already there. What if you're buying it for yourself? What if you're buying a property for yourself? Well, same deal. Purchase at the beginning of the month. And the benefit of that is, okay, you don't have a mortgage payment now. You purchased it January 3rd. Now your first payment's due March 1st. Awesome. You're living there, moved in, 2 months, rent, mortgage free. Okay? And pretend like you have a mortgage payment. Go ahead and build up two months of mortgage payments in your account. By all means. But it's to your benefit to go ahead and move in and do all this stuff without that financial burden coming up immediately in 30 days when you can make it 50 days, 55 days. So, and bank, I promise you, banks don't care. Oh, 25th doesn't work for me. Let's close on the 3rd. Awesome. They don't care. They're fine with it. With banks, you're going to have a harder time moving the date up, but you can certainly move the date back. Not a problem. So those are definitely things you can do. This tip, I wanted to make a separate video about. It's a shorter video, obviously, but and if you didn't know this, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share it. Other people don't know either, so just knowing when to close can make you or save you a ton of money. Now, if you found that helpful, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps the channel. It's a free way to support me, and I've got more great tips coming out.